Hello students, welcome to the class. Again I am here with a new topic, that is the difference between trial and error method of learning and insightful learning. So today with this class we can differentiate or distinguish trial and error method and insightful learning. Okay, so in our previous classes we discussed the meaning of trial and error method of learning and what was the experiment of trial and error method of learning, and also the meaning, characteristics, experiment of Kohler's insightful learning. Okay, so today in this class we are going to differentiate trial and error method of learning and insightful learning. Okay, so when we are going to differentiate or find out the difference between two specific learning theories, in general we can say that the founder of trial and error method of learning is Edward Lee Thorndike, and when it comes to the founder of insightful learning, here it is Wolfgang Kohler. Okay, so it is also a difference. You can write in your examination. Okay, you can write like this. But regarding the conceptual meanings and regarding the difference between the concept, it is very important for us to understand the concept and the conceptual difference between these two. Okay, so for this today we proceed with some specific difference with specific points. Okay, so let's begin the class with more dedication and energy. Okay, now we have a slide here, and in this slide we can see two columns. Okay, first one is trial and error method of learning column, second one is insightful learning. Okay, so in the first column we have 6 points related to the trial and error method of learning, and another side we have again 6 points that indicates the characteristics of insightful learning. Here we can say that these are characteristics of trial and error method of learning, and also these are the characteristics of insightful learning theory. Okay, but when we move towards find out the difference between two specific learning theories, so what points actually we will discuss here, same basis of point we need to discuss here. Okay, for example, here we have that in trial and error method of learning, more stress is given on psychological efficiency. Okay, so here we are discussing on stress, related to topic stress. Okay, we can see. Okay, so in trial and error method of learning, more stress is given on psychological efficiency, and on the other hand in insightful learning the main emphasis or stress is given on brain functions of human. Okay, now how? Yes, okay, so in trial and error method of learning more stress is given on psychological efficiency, because when we are doing a task continuously without having success, মই কাম এটা ঠিক আছে, মই কাম এটা এবাৰ কৰিলো, দুবাৰ কৰিলো, তিনিবাৰ কৰিলো, চাৰিবাৰ কৰিলো, পাঁচবাৰ কৰিলো, কন্টিনিউ আই এম ডুইং দিস, তাৰপিছত কি হ'ব, মই সাকসেস পোৱা নাই, তেতিয়া কি হ'ব, আমাৰ সাইকোলজিক্যাল এফিচিয়েন্সি তাত লাগে যে যেতিয়া কাম এটা আমি কন্টিনিউ কৰি গৈ থাকো, এটা সময়ত আমাৰ কি হ'ব, যে আমাৰ মন না যায় কামটো কৰিবলৈ, we don't want to do that work because after 5 times trials we people are not able to complete the task, or maybe we can say that we people are not able to success. That means leave it, just leave it, we don't want to do this. Yes, sometimes in our mind these types of things will come. আমি কাম এটা কৰি গৈ আছো হয়নে মই বাৰে বাৰে কৰাৰ পাছত মই সাকসেস হোৱা নাই হেকাৰণে মই কি কৰিলো বাদ দে এৰি দিও not need to do this task হয়নে হে তেনেকুৱা সিচুৱেচনত কি হ'ব সাইকোলজিক্যাল এফিচিয়েন্সি যে মই আকৌ I can't leave. I will again continue till my success. I will not leave this work. It's not? Yes. So, মই যেনিবা ঘৰত কি হলে maths এটা just assume যে তুমি কিবা maths এটা root over বুলি উলিয়াব লৈছা 6 যেনিবা 50 root over উলিয়াব লৈছা you are trying তুমি continuously try কৰি গৈ আছা how can I will find the root over of this 650 but you are trying 2 times 3 times 4 times 5 times after 7 times you will not able to succeed then what you will do but they are no koro leave it bele ki bara samongo edo ahilo porikhat eri dib maybe in case of some children these types of idea will come but in case of some children what will happen till success I will not leave this work I will again continue this is not it I will again continue this to do yes if I will again continue this work to complete this task for that reason what we need a psychologically well mindset we need an efficient psychological actually ideology so that we can continue that task in this theory therefore it said that in trial and error method of learning more stress has been given on psychological efficiency মই কাম এটা কৰি গৈ আছো মই ট্ৰায়াল কৰি গৈ আছো মই ট্ৰাই কৰি গৈ আছো মই সাকসেস হ'ব পৰা নাই কিন্তু মই the patience that I have and that patience how the patience will come because of your psychological mindset your psychological efficiency মই patience কৰিছো কেলে মনে মোৰ বিচাৰিছে যে কামটো হেক কৰাৰ পাছতে মই বেলেগ ফালে বেলেগ কিবা কাম কৰিবা মই কামটো যেতিয়ালৈকে হেক নকৰো মই এৰি নিদিও হে যেটো আইডিয়া হে যেটো প্যাশনস যে হেটো কনসেপ্ট যেটো হেটো actually energy how can you will get that energy based on your psychological concepts your mindset about আহিব হয় নহয় and that is the point here now in insightful learning main stress is given on brain functions because ইয়াত আমি কি কৰিব লাগে কাম এটা আমি we are not going to try here আমি কাম এটা গুটে হোল সিচুয়েশনক অবজার্ভ কৰাৰ পাছত আমি we will think we will use our brain yes or no we will use our brain যে এই কামটো আমি কেনেকৈ কৰিব পাৰো ধৰি লোৱা ক্লাছৰুমত বা তুমি ঘৰত পঢ়ি আছা সব ৰুমৰ লাইট জ্বলি আছে তোমাৰ ৰুমৰ লাইট নাই জ্বলা তো what you will do when you see that all the lights of every room is actually giving a lightening but only your room is not glowing then what you will do তুমি কি কৰিবা তুমি গুটে সিচুয়েশনৰ প্ৰথম চাবা যে কৰবাত ওয়্যাৰ খেলি মেলি আছে নেকি yes or no যেটো কেবল আছে you will check the cable that there is some mistake in cable some actually loopholes in this cable yes or no then you will check the board yes or no then you will do something for that purpose what you need brain light জ্বলা না বুলি আৰু তুমি আৰু লাইট টো খুলি থাকিবা লগাই থাকিবা তেনেকৈ নহব সুইচ টো বলে দিয়ে থাকিবা আৰু এৰি দিবা you can't do this here you need to use your insight you need to use your brain here and that is therefore it said that insightful learning is a learning theory where main stress has been given on brain functions okay understood this one now the second one in trial and error method learning is goal directed activity in this method learning is goal directed activity so in trial and error method learning is goal directed activity means moi kiba kaam eta koribo goi asu I want to do this I mobile task ase bole I want to make this something okay I want to make this a box or whatever you want to draw something or you want to say anything তুমি কিবা এটা কৰিবলৈ গৈ আছা কিবা এটা বনাব চেষ্টা কৰি আছা like this কি হ'ব তুমি ট্ৰাই কৰি গৈ থাকিবা you are doing this task again and again till that actually till success. Yes or no? Therefore, it says that trial and error method is good. Here in trial and error method, learning is goal directed activity. মানে তোমার গোল এটা আছে যে মই সাকসেস হ'ব লাগে তেতিয়া মই কামটো এৰিম তুমি ট্রাই কৰি কৰি গৈ থাকিবা you people are trying the task again and again till success and that success you want that is your goal and therefore it is said that learning is goal directed activity in this method তুমি ট্রাই কৰি কৰি গৈ আছা in case of the cat in the experiment conducted by Thorndike কেটটো কি কৈছে ৰুমৰ বক্সৰ ভিতৰৰ পৰা বাহিৰলৈ ওলাবলৈ চেষ্টা কৰি আছে the cat is trying to come out from the box yes or no again and again the aim of the cat is to come out the goal of the cat is to come out yes or no therefore the cat is jumping or doing different types of activities different types of actually behavior inside the cage in case of our life in case of us in case of you students তোমালোক কি কৰিবা কাম এটা কন্টিনিউয়াসলি কৰি কৰি গৈ থাকিবা বিকজ যেতিয়ালৈ তুমি সাকসেস নোপোৱা তুমি কামটো কৰি গৈ থাকিবা and that success that is your goal therefore it is said that learning is goal directed activity in this method okay therefore it is said that learning is goal directed activity in this method now in case of insightful learning though it is also a goal directed activity but it is done by subconscious mind here we can't use our brain just we are following the work to succeed actually and it is done by subconscious mind now subconscious mind means what so we all know that our mind has divided into three parts first one is conscious yes or no first one is conscious second one is actually subconscious and third one is unconscious so conscious means what our full alertness মই বস্তু এটা পঢ়িলো মোৰ মাইণ্ডত আছে এতিয়াও I can explain easily the thing what I had learned it is in my mind whenever you ask I can reply this one is subconscious means তোমাৰ মাইণ্ডত সোমাই আছে but অলপ সময় চিন্তা চৰ্চা কৰাৰ পাছত you can explain unconscious means the thing is not in your mind in our first year class we already discussed this yes or no yes okay so when it comes to subconscious mind so insightful learning is done by our subconscious mind because আমি যিকোনো সিচুৱেশ্যন এটা সোমাই যোৱাৰ পাছত সেই সিচুৱেশ্যনৰ পৰা ওলাই আহিব লাগে আমি কি করি আমাৰ সাবকনসিয়াস মাইণ্ডত যিখিনি আইডিয়া আছে সেই আইডিয়াখিনি আমি উলিয়াবলৈ চেষ্টা কৰো we try to actually manifest the idea that is inherent my brain we try to manifest we try to actually explore we try to reveal that idea to solve the problem যেটো মই লাইটৰ কথা কৈছো in case of as an example যে যেতিয়া লাইট এটা in case of your room জ্বলা নাই so you will think the ki problem ho pare in your subconscious mind the idea is already there je ki problem hole the light can't blow yes or no as you know je light da ki reason or nojole if you know that to tomorrow subconscious mind thoka kane tumi situation to you can apply eta apply koriba je prothom you will check the bulb the bulb is okay or not then you will check the cable there's something some mistakes is there or not some loopholes is available in the wire cable or not then you can check the board yes or no so continuously you will not checking the bulb only here you will use your mind and the idea that is in your subconscious mind you can use that to understand the situation okay this is the difference now the third point trial and error method is more useful for the children of low intelligence in my last class we said that in case of trial and error method of learning we not need to use our brain. Yes or no? Because we are giving focus on psychological efficiency, so we will not use our brain. Therefore law intelligence is useful here. কাৰণ মই যদি মোৰ ব্ৰেইন ইণ্টেলিজেঞ্চ ইউজ কৰিব নোৱাৰোঁ, যিখিনি চিলড্ৰেনৰ এজ একচুৱেলি ব্ৰেইন ইণ্টেলিজেঞ্চ কম আছে, আই কিউ কম আছে, দে আৰ জাষ্ট পাৰফৰ্মিং দ্য ৱৰ্ক, সিহঁতে ট্ৰাইহে কৰি গৈ থাকিব এটা আমাৰ ছাকচেছ পাবলৈ, ব্ৰেইন ইউজ নকৰে। ডেট মিনছ তেনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ ষ্টুডেণ্টৰ কাৰণে দিছ ট্ৰায়েল এণ্ড এৰৰ মেথড ইজ ভেৰি ইউজফুল। দ্য ষ্টুডেণ্টছ হুজ intelligence is not average, means low, that types of students can use this trial and error method, because for these types of students this method is mainly because they can't use their insight here. Therefore it is said that this method is useful for the low intelligence children. Okay, and insightful method is related to the intellectual able portions, কাৰণ we can use our brain use কৰিবলৈ কি হ'ব, we need to improve, actually we need to have a good intellectual ability or not. Yes, therefore the point is, now it is best for habit formation. So how একেটা কামক আমি কন্টিনিউয়াসলি সাকসেস নোহোৱাকৈ যদি কৰি কৰি গৈ থাকিব, আলটিমেটলি আমাৰ হেবিট হ'ব। এভৰিডে মৰ্নিং as we people are using our brush, so that was like trial and error method of learning. Every day we are trying, every day we are using the brush, every day continuously. That is but just for your information, like swimming, যে আমি সুইমিং ট্ৰাই কৰি থাকোঁ, হয়নে, ট্ৰাই কৰি থাকোঁ আমাৰ এটা সময়ত কি হ'ব, সেই সুইমিংটো হেবিট হৈ পৰে আৰু আমি শিকি যাওঁ। as we are trying the same task continuously, one day it will like our habit. Every day morning শুই উঠি যদি মই দৌৰিবলৈ যাওঁ, if every day morning I will move towards jogging, that means কি it like my habit. Yes or no? Because continuously you are doing that activity, therefore habit formation, that was your habit. Now in case of insightful learning, it is suitable for concept formation. So concept formation is means, for example, when we give the switch of the bulb and we see that the bulb is not blowing, then what we will do, that we will check the situation. So after checking the situation, when we solve the problem, then we can make a concept যে বাল্বটো এইটো প্ৰব্লেম আছিলে, এনেকৈ প্ৰব্লেম হ'লে বাল্বটো নজ্বলে। ইজ নট ইট, তাত এটা কনচেপ্ট ফৰ্মেট কৰিলোঁ যে এনেকুৱা চিটুৱেশ্যন হ'লে, এনেকুৱা প্ৰব্লেম হ'লে বাল্বটো নজ্বলে। That is concept formation. And also problem solving. Yes or no? We can solve a problem after understanding the situation, after form a concept towards anything, then we can solve the problem. Yes or no? And it in higher processes. Insightful learning is useful for higher processes because it's related to our brain. So in our higher activities that we are performing in our day-to-day life, in those cases we can use this insightful learning. Now there is no transfer of learning in trial and error method of learning. So transfer of learning means when we learn something and we can use our learning things practically in somewhere, that is transfer of learning. মই আজি কিবা বস্তু পঢ়িলোঁ, সেই পঢ়া বস্তুখিনি যেতিয়া মই কাইলৈ বেলেগক শিকাম আৰু সেইখিনি আকৌ বেলেগক শিকাব, that means transfer of learning. What I learn, I can transfer that to some other persons. Now in case of me as a teacher, I learn first, then I will give you. That means I am transferring the things from my brain to your brain. Yes or no? মই শিকিলোঁ, then I am transferring the things. Understood my point? মই বস্তু এটা শিকিলোঁ, তাৰপাছত মই তোমালোকক প্ৰভাইড কৰিলোঁ। Okay, that is transfer of learning. So in this method, transfer of learning is not there because ইয়াত কি হয়, আমি ট্ৰায়েল এণ্ড এৰৰে আছে, ইয়াত আমি বস্তুটো কণ্টিনিউ কৰি কৰি গৈ থাকিব লাগে। তো আমি তাত শিকা বস্তু নহয়, কাৰণ তুমি বেলেগেও যদি পাৰফৰ্ম কৰে সেম টাস্ক, তাতো ইউ উইল অলছ' টেল দেম দেট কণ্টিনিউছলি ডু দিছ, দেন ইউ উইল ছাকচিড। তো তোমাৰ তাৰ মাজত ডিফাৰেঞ্চ কি থাকিলে, দে উইল অলছ' লাৰ্ণ লাইক দেট। Therefore, it is said that here transfer of learning is not there. But when it comes to insightful learning, there is transfer of learning. Because like the bulb, to me kaile karar problem hol, you can say the A problem karone bulb to enekwa hoy, then the person will automatically use that thing and the person will learn. And understand my point, that transfer of learning is possible in insightful learning. Because insightful learning, we people are using our brain, we people are first try to understand the whole scenario, first try to understand the situation, and after that we can use our insight, certain idea we can use. And if we will use our certain idea to solve any kind of problem, so to learn something, and also we can use that things to help others, to actually we can transfer our that idea to other person so that they can apply that things in their life, and again they can use that idea. Therefore, in case of trial and error method of learning, transfer of learning is not there. But when it comes to insightful learning, we can transfer the learning, because transfer of learning is possible in insightful learning. Okay. Now, the sixth point, in trial and error method, learning depends upon efforts of the learner. Here, your effort is very important, because the whole situation, the whole trial and error method of learning depends on your effort. তুমি কামটো continuously কৰি গৈ থাকিলেহে you will succeed. As a learner, তোমাৰ effort is your main, and no one can help you here. It's up to your effort. But when it comes to insightful learning, in insightful learning, learning depends on need, insight, and intellectual level of the learner. Actually, what tomar need, provision, your actually need is important here. The learning is important to your need. To me, issa korisa nai hetu situation hikibole. You need that thing, that means you will learn. Your insight is important here, because learning depends on your insight. তুমি কেনেকৈ তোমাৰ insight use কৰিছা, তোমাৰ sudden idea কি তুমি কেনেকৈ apply কৰিছা, that is important here. Your intellectual level is very important here, because a low intelligent person unable to learn with the help of this insightful learning theory, they can't use. Okay, so these are some specific and major difference between trial and error method of learning and insightful learning. Okay, so we have some other points. Let's see in the next slide. Now, here in trial and error method, learning is based on sensory motor coordination. Sensory motor coordination. Tumor sensory motors, we all know how many sensory organs we have. 5. Nose, yes. R, yes. Eyes, yes. Tongue, yes. Skin. Okay, so we can use our sense organs, and the coordination of sense organ is very important in trial and error method of learning, or also sensory motor coordinations. Tumar চকুৰ লগত তোমাৰ হাতৰ coordination থাকিব লাগিব, যেটো কাম তুমি কৰিব ট্ৰাই কৰি আছা তাৰ তুমি চকু, your eye and your hand, the coordination is important. Okay, because তুমি বস্তুটো নেদেখাকে you can't do. For that purpose, you need to use your eyes. খানা বনাইছে বলে you are going to cook. For that purpose, you need to use your hands, you need to use our tongue, you need to use our nose, you need to use our eyes, you need to use our ears also. Okay, therefore the coordination of your sense organs, maybe with hand, maybe with your feet, important. Okay, now in insightful method, learning is based on perception, how you perceive the thing. Okay, in our first year classes we already discussed what is perception, as you know. So in insightful method, learning is based on your perception. The good situation to me keneka perceive korisa, তোমাক বোলে বস্তুটা দেখাই দিয়া আছে মোৰ চকুৰ আগত কি বোলে ইন এ ক্লাছৰুম টিচাৰে ইউজ কৰে ব্লেক বোৰ্ড তোমাক বোৰ্ড এটা দেখাই দিয়া আছে তোমাক যদি সুধিলে যে হোৱাট ইজ দিছ দ্যাট ইজ এভেইলেবল on the wall a white color or black color whatever, so you can say sir this is a board because after using your sensation you can perceive that that thing is the board. When you perceive the things from your mindset, from your own views, when you can find out or perceive the things, accept the things with the things meaning, that is perception. Okay, when you বস্তুটা দেখা লগে লগে সেই বস্তুটো তুমি যদি হাতত এপল এটা দিলে এই শেপটো চাই তুমি ক'ব পাৰিলে যে দিছ ইজ এন এপল, দ্যাট মিনছ তুমি পাৰচিভ কৰিব পাৰিছা যে এনেকুৱা শেপৰ এইটো বস্তু এপল। Okay, so in insightful method learning is based on perception. তুমি বস্তুখিনি বুজি পাইছা নাই, because if you don't understand the thing then you can't use your insight. So first you need to achieve, first you need to perceive, first you need to accept, first you need to understand, then you can utilize. Okay, understood? Now the 8th point, trial and error method is a gradual process, means continue, it will move. এবাৰ নহলে দুবাৰ নহলে তিনিবাৰ নহলে কন্টিনিউ কৰি কৰি গৈ থাকিম। Okay, but in insightful learning suddenness is a factor that occurs just like a flash of light in the mind of the learner. টৰ্চটো ক্লিক আন্ধাৰ ঘৰত আছে টৰ্চটো জ্বলাৰ লগে ফটকে আমাৰ চকুৱে দেখা নহয়, কেতিয়াও দেখিছেনে কাৰেণ্টটো গুচি গ'ল। sometimes you can observe in your home কাৰেণ্টটো গুচি গ'ল আমি যেতিয়া মোবাইলৰ ফ্লাছটো ফটকে অন কৰোঁ বা ফটো যেতিয়া আমি ক্লিক কৰোঁ this flash to date automatically আমাৰ কি হয় আমাৰ গোটেই এলাৰ্ট হৈ যাওঁ ফ্লাছটো ফালে। like this in insightful learning your suddenness is a very important factor. situation de dekhi তুমি sudden jeti eta idea use koriba like a flash in your mind, that thing is here important. Okay, in insightful learning suddenness is a factor that occurs just like a flash of light in the mind of the learner. Okay, now the 9th point, in trial and error learning total situation is not visible to the learner. তুমি trial and error method of learning ot gote situation to dekhi thakibo nwara, you can't observe, you can't see the whole situation, তুমি just continue কাম to কৰি গৈ থাকিব পাৰিবা, because here you can't use your brain, you can't use your insight, or you can't actually, the whole situation is not visible to you. Okay, but in case of insightful learning whole situation is visible to the learner. An example to do, when we study the experiment conducted by Edward Lee Thorndike, we see that the whole situation can't observed by the cat, that eta liver asile a liver to nuswake cat to just that just try to come out from the case, but don't look towards the whole thing available inside that case. All touch kore ahila then to yes or no. So if in trial and error method of learning you can't see the total situation, whole situation, that means you will try because you have no option. But when it comes to insightful learning, the whole situation is visible to the learner. Tomar sort gote situation to visible ho rahibo, because in insightful learning you need to use our brain. Or insight means ki je sudden jikunu problem eta solve koribo karon tumi ki idea olaisa tar agote you need to understand the whole situation, that is insight. Okay, now the last point that we have, the trial and error method of learning is mechanical, because yeah we can't use our brain, it just make it like a machine, it will continue. Okay, in insightful method of learning it is purposeful and well planned, but insightful learning is purposeful and well planned. ঠিক আছে, this is, so these are the 10 specific difference between trial and error and insightful learning. তুমি basic problem hole you can like write this as I had said in the starting of the video. The first exercise likhiba ইয়াৰ প্ৰফাউণ্ডাৰ, এইফালে এইজন ইয়াৰ প্ৰফাউণ্ডাৰ, ইয়াৰ ওপৰত এক্সপেৰিমেণ্ট কৰিছিলে কেট, ইয়াত চিম্পাঞ্জি। চ' তেনেকৈ ধৰণৰ ফাইণ্ড আউট কৰিব পৰা, বা ৰিগাৰ্ডিং দ্য কনচেপ্ট অফ দিছ টু ইউ কেন ৰাইট লাইক দিছ। চ' দিছ ইজ দ্য ডিফাৰেঞ্চ বিটুইন দিছ টু থিয়ৰী। অ'কে, চ' ইফ ইউ হেভ এনি প্ৰব্লেম regarding all these 10 differences, then you can ask me in the comment box, okay, or you can ask me directly. Till that